there is nothing for the little guy. Hi guys, welcome back. You guys got to remember, this is a hobby channel. I do this as part of my collecting watches. Now, this year's Watches and Wonders Rolex launches are amazing, and yet they're not. It is effectively the year of the president, with some amazing Sky Dwellers and some amazing Daytonas, but that's about it. Now you're going to say, hey, no, you've forgotten the dull girl, which I call her. Yeah, this is the dull girl. She's dull as fuck. But everybody's getting excited about her. This is a watch that you're never going to get offered, you're never going to get, so why bother talking about it? It's another GMT. I like it. I like anything green. And if you look on the watch, it's got green bits. That's really nice. But there's no point in getting excited about that watch because I'll never be offered that watch. You get me? Now, what does this mean for a collector, not a YouTuber raving about watches? Well, it means there's nothing there. They're gone. And how do I mean they're all gone? I'll tell you. Don't forget to subscribe. The last 2 years ago, they brought out the celebration dial, and that was to tell everybody that we're done with OPs. This dial celebrates all of our OPs, so we're done. This year, nothing happened with OPs because they're done. Same 5 OPs available. Thank God the green OP is still there because that's the nicest one, and at least you guys still are going to get a chance to buy it. So if you get offered a green OP, take it. Now, when you look at the Datejust range, which is a beautiful watch, they've actually gone back. It's like Concorde no longer flying. Concorde flew and then it no longer flies. I think there's a new Concorde coming out, but there ain't no new Datejust. Go and look at the Datejust range. In the stainless steels, in the 41, there's only 11 dials now, because all of the fluted motifs are gone. Now, I knew that the fluted motifs were gone, and I personally was hoping for a slate grey fluted motif watch. I genuinely was hoping for that watch, and if that watch had come out, I'd have wanted that watch immediately. In a heartbeat, I would have purchased that watch. But that's gone. They are all gone now. You're back to the same old dials, and the Wimbledon dial is still there, thank God. But the rest of the dials are dollars. And that's what Rolex has done. Rolex has said, right, let's take them all out. They're not selling, or we're not doing them, or whatever. So there you have it. So there's no new steals, guys. There's nothing. If you're an entry-level buyer, there's now less for you to choose from. And what's my thoughts on that? Well, my thoughts are Rolex doesn't need entry-level buyers. Rolex wants big money buyers, because this is the year of the presidents, isn't it? There are presidents, and now all go Sky Dwellers. And there's a few beauties in there, a few beautiful Sky Dwellers that we will never be able to afford, or even if we could afford them, we still wouldn't be offered them. 2 gorgeous Daytonas, again, diamond dials. Who's got that kind of money? Not this guy. So where does that leave me as a collector? Well, I'm proper done now. There's nothing I can buy from Rolex anymore because there's nothing available to me. I'm on the wait list for a particular watch. I'm keeping that to myself. It's a private purchase. It won't be on the channel. And that's about it, guys. There is nothing else that Rolex will give me that I want. Simple as that. Now, imagine you're a YouTuber and you have to create content, which I don't. And you go to Watches and Wonders, and all they have is one dull girl watch, one dull girl GMT. What are you going to do? What are you going to rave about, Chisholm Hunter? What are you going to rave about? Crap, aren't you? You're going to rave about the new Tudor's being the one watch. Well, listen, don't fall for that crap either, because Tudors are not Rolexes. They are at best tool watches. And sure, Tudor just brought out a gorgeous watch. And I used to be a Tudor sucker. I was a Tudor lollipop sucker because I thought Tudors were Rolexes, and they're not. They are tool watches. And they're very badly made tool watches, if you ask me. Very badly made. Now they make a new watch, which is a very plain black, all black Bay 41. That's cost certified, slightly thinner. Let me just look at my notes for how thin it is. I'm doing this from memory, but I don't want to get caught out. It's 13.6 millimeters thin. It's a non-date just, could have been thinner. Everything else about the watch you're going to like, but they want £4 for this 2.5 gram watch. Now let's say I was going to buy this watch because there's nothing else to choose from, and that's why the YouTubers are raving about it, because there's nothing else to talk about in our, in their customer base that buys watches. That's all they can talk about, isn't it? Now, even if I was going to buy that watch, I wouldn't buy it today. I would buy that watch in a year's time for £2,600, unworn. I guarantee you, unworn. It's almost a 40% saving, because Tudors are not Rolexes. When you buy a Tudor, it goes down in value. When you buy a Rolex, it goes up in value over time. Do not buy a Tudor thinking it's an investment, because it sure ain't. Now, if you see me with one of these watches on my wrist, you know I did not pay MSRP for it. And there's only one reason why I would buy this watch. Is my favorite Tudor, and my last ditch effort was a Smiley, and I was in the process of buying one when I bought this, and then I thought, no, I don't want the Smiley now. But the Smiley is old, it hasn't got a good movement. I think it's an ETA movement. But the one good thing about the Tudor Smiley is it hasn't got those god-awful fake rivets on the bracelet, which I can't stand. And this new one from Tudor, if you go with the 5-link bracelet, you don't have to look at them terrible rivets again. So again, what am I doing? Am I buying a Tudor because I like it? I'm just buying a Tudor because I like it more than the rest of the crap. Now, don't even get me started on their gold one, the gold Tudor, because isn't it funny how they insist on putting them fake rivets on every other watch, but they haven't done it with this gold watch. I bet you they say it's part of the design process, my arse. It's because they don't want to make it any uglier. That's the truth of it. Now, that's my honest opinion of Rolex. There is nothing for the little guy. There is nothing for the entry-level purchaser. Now, I've got one last thing to say to you. This is just for my subscribers. There are less Rolexes out there now. There are less chances for you to get your dream watch. If you're on the list for a black OP, you ain't getting one, because there's no new ones, which means the demand is as high, even higher, for the original 5. If you want a date, just same old story, guys. Less to choose from, more demand, yada, yada, yada. They ain't going to make any more. They're not going to bang out more of them because they have less in the range. There's going to be less available at MSRP. Now, I have a very friendly AD, and if you want a date just, they are still taking names for date justs. They're taking names for Explorers and Air Kings. They will take your name down for an OP, but I guarantee you will not get that watch without a purchase history. If you're interested, hit me up on Instagram and I will connect you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, this is just a hobby channel. It's just my opinion. And what does my opinion matter? It doesn't, does it? Because opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. Reliches. So this is my onion opinion. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my honest opinion of Watches and Wonders Rolex releases and a few shitbox Tudors. My 2 cents on why Rolex went full gold this year. It's very simple. You've just got to think, if they put a movement in a stainless steel watch and they put the watch together and they QC the watch and they go through all of the stringent processes that they do go through to get it to store to make X amount of money. Why bother when you can put that movement in a gold watch and go through all the same processes and yet make 4 times the money? Remember, Rolex has its own gold smelting plants. Rolex has everything. So why bother banging out loads of steel watches for very little profit when you can bang out gold watches and the demand will still be there? Because there is a class of person that can afford these watches. It isn't me, but there is. There is a watch that everybody should purchase from Rolex. It's reasonably priced. Its current MSRP is £10,500. It's a steel watch. It's a steal if you ask me. It's called a Yacht Master. And I'm pretty sure if you go into a Rolex AD today and ask for a Yacht Master, they will sell you that watch within 6 months. You're not getting an OP and you're going to struggle to get a date just within 6 months as a new customer. You're not going to struggle to get a Yacht Master. And in my opinion, the Yacht Master is the best watch I own, and I own quite a few. They make 2 dials, they make a slate grey, and they make a blue, and my vote is the slate grey. And if I didn't have a chocolate rose gold 2-tone Yacht Master, I would buy that watch in a heartbeat, because I know they will let me purchase it. Ask for things you can buy and you will receive. Check out the Yacht Master. I'm seriously disappointed because what's happened now to Rolex puts me back 2 years, because models that come out this year, they're not available to me for 2 years, because if they're semi-hard, I can put my name down for them, and then within 2 years I might get one. Now that there's nothing available to me, there's nothing to put my name down for, which therefore means I'm going to have nothing to purchase till 2028. That's a fact. Do the math, it makes sense.